Why did you set up the Ian Atkins Keelboat Award?
Well, I can't claim credit for all of it, or not much of it. When I retired from running a business called Dominion Marine Media, American corporation that owned a ton of sailing websites, I'd run it for 20 years. They were kind enough to ask me how they should celebrate my retirement. Read into that what you will. So the notion came to put some money into sailing in the UK. And when asked how I wanted to target it, I was very specific to helping young dinghy sailors who wanted to make the transition into small keelboats. And dinghy sailors all over the country, supported by their sailing clubs, sailing in 420s and lasers, whatever it is. Very easy for them to transition from one dinghy class to another. Almost impossible to make the step up to small keelboats. And as small keelboats become ever more popular, and if you look out here at Cowsweek, they're everywhere. It's really hard for the kids to make that transition, and so we're offering cash bursaries to what we think are likely to be successful small keelboat sailors in the future.
And we've got a great team here racing sports boat world in the SB20.
Yeah.
All four of them under 20 years of age. They had to qualify to get the award.
Yeah.
What have you noticed about the team for Cowsweek 2021?
Well, it's a great question. I mean, they're sailing out of Itchen, which is a fantastic sailing location. So they've had a really good start in their sailing lives. But even for them, with all the connections at Itchen, which has keelboats in it, owners lending them a boat, it's just not going to happen. And so from the beginning of their application process, when we have first heard from Patrick and Annabelle and the others, we could see they were determined beyond the level of most of the applications we had seen. And we set a little qualifying regatta up at the Royal Southern Yacht Club in July. Royal Southern were really helpful with that, by the way, so thanks to them. We persuaded the folks at Sports Boat World to lend us their stock SB20, which is one of the most popular small keelboats in the country. And Sports Boat World have been phenomenal in the help they've given us. And Patrick, Annabelle and co won the qualifying event going away. They won a couple of races against proper grown-up competition. So we thought, these are the guys we've been thinking about. Good dinghy sailors just can't make the step. And so we're helping them make the step. Their prize was to come, all expenses paid, to Cows with a boat and accommodation and a place in the marina. And it's been great to see them in action. So the Ian Atkins Keelboat Award was designed and remains in place to fund enthusiastic, determined, professional young dinghy sailors and help them in their ambitions to move into the small keelboat arena. The SB20 is a great example of that. There are J70s and J80s and a ton of other boats out there. So the framework is in place for the next few years. There was cash provided to give us probably 4 or 5 years of funding. We've been really mean with it so far, so we're doing pretty well in hoarding the cash. So we will announce the 2022 awards in due course. The 2021 awards are a great example of how it can work, because the kids started at the back of the fleet and they slowly moved forward, and then now I think yesterday they scored 2 results in the top 10 in the 20-boat fleet, more than we could have hoped for. Lovely story. They were really pleased with the fact they got far enough up in the fleet that their dad, who also owns an SB20, they were close enough to their dad that he could tack on them. Normally you'd be fuming. In this case, they were delighted that they were close enough to their dad to be competing with. So that's our kind of caricature of what we want to see in the future. So the funds are there. 2022 will be probably the same format. Qualifying regatta at the Southern or somewhere locally, followed by all expenses paid trip to Cowsweek, which is the regatta of the year in the UK, as everybody knows. So we think we've hit the right formula, and we'd like to see it going. I'd like to see it going for us as far ahead as we can afford to do it.